Jason Lee Podcast.
All right, we're back for an all-new episode of the Jason Lee Podcast. Let me just get all my flowers. Well, I'll get those later. Well, listen, I had to give myself the fake round of applause because the bullpen is gone. Ain't no bullpen in today. Rob is in the Bahamas working, which is just ridiculous. And then Marina is all into the edit of that Chrisean Rock interview. I know you all have seen the Blueface and Jaidyn Alexis interview by now, and it's going all the way up, all over social media. We've covered all of the press. And I have to say, when I think about it, and I'm going to get into some of the reactions that some of you have had, when I think about it, you know, I posted on my Facebook today or my Instagram or both that sometimes as a CEO, you got to make decisions that are, you never know what's going to happen. But I feel like I've been driven by my purpose and driven by the passion of what I do and the audience that I've built and the team that I have around me. And I knew that it was time to leave Revolt. And there was never a question of whether or not to leave. And, you know, we're in the process of building and launching our own network. We're already coming up with lots of ideas of original programming. But moving the Jason Lee Show over to the Hollywood Unlocked platform was an important move. And some would say too early. Some would say why? Because it was time. And now we fully own every episode of the Jason Lee Show and are in complete control. And so now we're working on our distribution. So I just say all that to say, if you're somebody out there building your platform, if you've been following me for the last almost 8 years, because Hollywood Unlocked's birthday is coming up, you've seen that I have worked with iHeart, I've worked with Foxo, I've worked with Dash Radio, I've worked with Amazon and Amp Radio. I've had great partners that have helped me, Zeus Network, that have helped me continue to propel the Hollywood Unlocked brand into the stratosphere. And although we are only at a $50 million valuation, I see another zero being added to that if I continue to do what I'm doing. So I want you to continue to support us. Thank you to everybody who showed up. We had over 500,000 views on YouTube with less than 24 hours and over 100 million media hits in less than 24 hours. So again, thank you, and shout out to my amazing team. Other than that, I've just been like hanging out, chilling at the house in LA, but I'm going to Miami this week. And so if you're out in the Miami area and you run into me in public, just wave from across the street. Okay, it's COVID. I don't know what's going on. All right, that's enough of the bullshit. Let's just get straight to the tea. All right, so, oops, she did it again. Britney Spears is getting the internet just on set up, I guess, for a meltdown, because now she's lighting it up with allegations about her ex-boyfriend, Justin Timberlake. Now, everybody knows that Britney and Justin dated. They both were little Mickey Mouse-keteers, hanging out with Mickey Mouse ears, rolling around like dirty little white kids typically do. God bless them. And then they somehow found their talent and found themselves into the industry and into the arms of all of you who embraced them. Then we started watching them blossom as young teens, and then they fell in love, and then all of a sudden they were crying us a river. Well, after years and years and years of being controlled, unhappy, feeling completely hopeless, and, you know, she went through the whole conservatorship, everything, the Free Britney campaign. Well, now Britney's doing everything on her own. And when I say on her own, it's completely solo dolo. The only thing she got is them two raggedy-ass dogs that keep running from her knife show. You know, her husband, Her husband, Sam, left her. There's an alleged sex tape that he's holding on to, probably some type of ransom. Maybe not a ransom, but, you know, to extort or get money. I don't know what he's going to do with that. But now that Britney's literally on her own with them little sad little dogs, damn, she just ran her kids away. Kevin Federline tried to get her back. Justin cried a river and left. She ain't got nothing but this little book, this memoir. And this is a book where she allegedly is telling everything from the controversial conservatorship that led to a whole documentary where her daddy tried to take her money. I'll say allegedly. Now her mother's a school teacher teaching other kids how to be stolen from their parents. Sam ain't giving her no more weenie. I don't know where Sam is. Sam looked a little sweet anyway. I be in West Hollywood looking around the bathrooms for Sam to see if he's there. I'm just saying. Well, either way, inside this new book that drops on October 24th, and it's called The Woman in Me, she's finally addressing why she shaved her head in 2007. Now, y'all remember that infamous video. You guys weren't around then. A lot of you watching, I don't know, you're probably 15. I was grown. I was 30. Wait, 77, 87, 97. Yep, I was 30 years old. So I was a whole grown-ass man watching social media, the boom of social media and the tabloids when she shaved her head. Now, you can Google the photo because I'm not going to pay for it. It's probably too much. And I've been sued so many times, I'm not going to do it. For those of you that don't know, I was around at that time. That was the time when paparazzi was at an all-time high. Everybody was chasing celebrities with 30 cameras. People were fighting in the streets to get a photo because at the time, you didn't have social media where celebrities can just upload a photo at any given time or a video. Well, during that time, Britney was the biggest star in the world, and she was hanging out with Lindsay Lohan, Paris Hilton, the three of them, and Kim Kardashian was like the bag handler. She did what Farrah Franklin did for Destiny's Child, you know, before she was told to go get her luggage. Well, now she's putting this all in a book. Now, in her book, she said that she was under heavy scrutiny by tabloids, I told you the paparazzi, and going through a painful divorce with Kevin Federline, who was a dancer who ended up coming in, getting her pregnant, and all that. And she ended up taking back her power of all the press that she was getting and all the stress that they were causing by shaving her head. She wrote, I'd been eyeballed so much growing up. I'd been looked up and down, had people telling me what they thought my body was since I was a teenager. So shaving my head and acting out were my ways of pushing back. Black women, y'all feel her on that? Would you just, because somebody was taking too many pictures, you just shave all your head? Nah, this is some white girl shit where you get so stressed out at people taking your pictures that you just cut all your hair off. And then remember, she hit the window of that car with an umbrella. It wasn't even raining outside. Where'd the umbrella come from? It's like Britney was doing some weird shit. Well, that was her way of pushing back. Now, in the new book, she also says that she got cheated on. I'm going to say allegedly.
Allegedly.
Because even though I'm gay, I'm going to respect the bro code. Well, I don't know what he was doing. Well, she said that her ex-boyfriend, Justin Timberlake, was cheating on her. Now, they began dating in 1999 when she was only 17 and he was 18 years old. Now, let me show you a picture of them together. This was young Britney and young Justin. Now, let me just say this. This is an era where they are both literally the biggest stars in the world. This was Oops, I Did It Again. And again and again and again. And this was the NSYNC heartthrob that every white girl wanted to sleep with. Now, Britney's sharing some details that none of us knew, that they had a baby. Well, I'm going to say allegedly.
Allegedly.
Now, the baby was in the womb. It wasn't carryable. That's not even a word. But it wasn't something that you could put in a stroller. It wasn't something you could put on a TriStar photo. It wasn't something that you could put. The baby didn't even get footprints. Why? Because she aborted it. Laughing at abortion is crazy. I'm just saying, we didn't get to see a baby shower or a baby reveal because she aborted it. Justin dodged a bullet. Either way, if he did have an abortion, or if he did encourage her to have an abortion, and she chose to have an abortion, that's their right. And I'm not policing Britney's painful penis, pussy, vagina. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this. Why do we care that these two were going to have a kid? He made a whole video called Cry Me a River where he hired some white girl from Backpages to go and dance and look like her. And now, by the look of this makeup job, I think Britney was having psychological issues a lot younger than we thought. Look at that. Kaylin, you could have did a better job of this. I'm just saying. Well, either way, she's speaking out about their painful 20-year-old secret. Now, the 41-year-old, Britney's only 41. Do we have any videos of her dancing? We don't have it here, but I'm going to just throw one in. We don't have one in the teleprompter, but I'm going to just throw one right here. You can't tell me that's 41. Some of y'all be aging like prunes. Maybe you need to go see my dermatologist because this face right here, it barely moves these days. Why? Because I take care of it. Okay, well, listen, the 41-year-old pop star said that it wasn't a surprise, But for me, it wasn't a tragedy. I love Justin so much. I always expected us to have a family together one day. And this would just be much earlier than I had anticipated. But Justin definitely wasn't about that pregnancy. He said we weren't ready to have a baby in our lives, that we were way too young. So Britney decided to go through with the abortion. Now, although I'm probably going to get slammed for making jokes of her mental health or slammed for saying that they aborted the baby, y'all are going to slam me if I don't say anything at all. So go ahead. I'm not making fun of it. In fact, on my radio show earlier, I said that every woman should have the right to do what she wants with her body. I stand firm in that. And I also love the fact that she gave Justin an opportunity to participate in the decision to do that. But I will stand by saying that that Justin dodged a bullet. Why? This is going to hurt. Britney's kids that did make it don't like her. And every relationship that Britney's had has failed. And I'm going to go ahead and say this to the whole Free Britney community. You probably should have kept her locked up. Because, what? I'm just saying, this girl is swinging around knives at this point. She should either enroll in Barnum and Bailey Circus or she should go sit the hell down somewhere and write an album. But I think that her mental health is so bad that we all have been complicit in getting her freed from her family, who actually probably cared about her, followed into a narrative from a bunch of online crazy sadistic fans that don't know anything. None of you ever been in her house. You all came up with these ideas, and she probably played into it because crazy people do crazy things. Those of us that are related to crazy people will tell you that. I'm not going to tell you who I'm related to, but I know you're watching because I seen you at me on Facebook. Now, the fact that he dodged the bullet and the fact that she's speaking out about it, probably against his own terms, I don't know why we need that information. Now, she also went on to say that Justin Timberlake allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, cheated on her. Now, think about it. If she would have kept the baby, Justin would be one of her baby daddies. Justin Timberlake is baby daddy. By the way, he has a new show on Netflix called Reptile. You should go see it. It's really good, but he's not aging that well either. He don't look like that. Wrinkles be coming on white folks real fast. My mother, she had it. My grandmother had it. I'm not going to get him. You see this face? I'm 46. 56, 10 more years? Maybe one crease, but I'll iron that out. One injection. Gone. All right. Well, good luck, Britney. I wish you all the best. See you on Instagram. Let's get to the homosexuals. Not Jock. This picture is funny, though. And why y'all use the pink glasses? Shady, shady, shady. Young Jock is speaking out. You know, he's in Atlanta where most of the folks there know somebody homosexual. There are a lot of gay people in Atlanta, but there are definitely a lot of trappers and Ricos as well. Well, Atlanta rapper Young Thug. Oh, shit. This is not Young Thug. This is Young Jock. Y'all all not even young, so I don't even know why they keep calling y'all that. Young Jock is in the news because he says that although he's down for a big check, he is particular with what he has to do to get it. Now, he was speaking with a correspondent over at our friends Vlad TV about the most money he's ever received to perform, and Jock explained that he was offered $250,000 to perform at an LGBTQ event, but wouldn't do it because he doesn't want to be hit on by another man. This is what he said.
A show ever in my career. I think the highest I ever got is 110, and I was in Africa. But that was a lot of money to me. I mean, 110,000 wasn't a lot of money to me, but it was a lot of money to pick up in one day.
For one day, one show.
To do what I'm normally, you know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So don't get me wrong. Somebody called me today and was like, hey, yo, man, you know, you $250,000. I know what I got to do. Nah, I may not do it either. And it's not that I have nothing against the LGBTQ people, but I just may not understand. I may not be in the know enough to feel comfortable enough to do this. I just don't, because I don't want to start doing that. Maybe I don't want to be comfortable with this lifestyle. Is that okay? Is that okay to say? Is that okay to say? I may not be comfortable rapping this song and this man is looking at me with lustful eyes, with his nipples out, with lipstick on, rapping my lyrics to me. I may just...
You talk about it's going down, and this man is looking at you with hard nipples.
You try to turn from this side, and go here.
Jock, my brother in the movement, my brother in hip hop. We're celebrating 50 years of hip hop, so I'm going to keep it respectful. Let me first start by saying some good things. One, them glasses are fire. So let me go ahead and give you a
Yes.
Okay, but I got to also give you this one.
What was the reason, bitch?
We want you to get booked. But I'm sorry, there ain't one homosexual on earth with $250,000 to give to Young Jock. We don't even give that to 50 cent a day kids over in the motherland who need it and to get them flies out their eyes, let alone to give it to you. How many hits do you have to go and perform for the gays that we actually dance to? I'll wait. I can't tell you the last time I was in a gay party where somebody was backing it up on me singing a Young Jock song. And although somebody somewhere loves you, I don't think a lot of my friends would try to have sex with you. So, what? Even the gay guy in the room is laughing at you. I'm just saying. I don't, this is not a reading. I'm not trying to read you. Like, I like you. You know that we have each other's number, although we don't use it. Why are you and Lil Boosie out here capping? Nobody is trying to hire y'all Atlanta niggas to go and hang out with us. But if somebody did offer you the money and you turned it down, because you thought somebody would hit on you, the homophobia always is a trail that leads back to something. Like, there's no straight man that is afraid of being hit on by a man unless he might like it. And I'm not insinuating that your booty's going to feel a tickle when somebody hits on you, but I'm saying, when the Pillsbury Doughboy gets touched, she goes, ooh, that is the sound I hear when I hear somebody straight say they don't want to do anything with the gays. And I'm sure by the looks of things, you've hit on a woman that didn't like you, or that didn't think you were attractive, or that was not interested in you. It'd be the same if a gay guy hit on you. You're not interested. Keep it pushing. But you work at a radio station, so I can't assume that you don't need $250,000. You're on Love and Hip Hop. I know you need $250,000 because Mona ain't cutting them checks like that. Well, if there are any gays out there that want his phone number, I'm not going to give his phone number out, but if you guys want to book him for $250, call me and I'll text him. Bye. I'm really not shady, guys. I just do the Lord's work. All the thoughts that come in my mind as I'm literally sitting here telling you what I think about these things are coming straight from the Lord. Like, I sit in this chair and it's like the auto dialer to heaven just lights up. And then they be like, hello? And I'm like, where's God? They be like, hold on. And then God gets on, and God is listening right now with Beats by Dre headphones in heaven to this commentary. And he's just shaking his head saying, do the good work, son. So that's what I'm doing. All right, not to switch up on you, but speaking of bipolar, Kanye West is in the news. Now, Kanye is being very clear, you will not be calling him bipolar because he's autistic. Now, before I get into what we're talking about, let me just say I miss Kanye, because when you are able to get the Kanye West that's not all over the place or erratic, he's actually a decent guy. But that other is a lot. But I do miss him. I don't know where he is because we haven't seen him getting head on the internet recently. That's usually the only time we see him when he's like rowing a boat in the middle of Italy, somewhere near the Vatican. The Pope is, I know, what is that thing that the Pope wears? Is that like it's not a dashiki, but what is that? Oh. Dashiki's a lot. Hey, all the Catholics, y'all got bigger issues to worry about today. Don't come over here. All right, well, Kanye West wants the public to know that he's not bipolar, as he previously claimed. Now, instead, he says that he has signs of autism caused by his infamous 2002 car crash that gave him a shattered jaw. Remember, there's a whole Yeezus documentary, a 3-part Yeezus, 3 or 4-part Yeezus documentary on Netflix that is phenomenal, by the way. You should go check it out. And in there, it shows when he had gotten in the car accident and the whole process of which he went through to get repaired. Ye allegedly fell asleep behind the wheel, and his jaw had to get wired shut during the whole healing process, which inspired his hit song "Through the Wire." That Shaka Khan read him for Phil for it, but that all the younger generation loved because they didn't know her because she's too old. But she's probably drinking, because one thing about Shaka, every time I see her, that girl be like, ooh, that girl be woozy. And I ain't mad because I've been sober for 60 days, so I'm going to shame all you alcoholics. But that girl, I love Shaka Khan, but every time I've seen her, she got like a AM PM water bottle, and it smelled like that old Thunderbird liquor in there. Not here to judge, though. We've all been there. Well, anyway, back to Ye. He allegedly reached out to Elon Musk to get him to share their text messages to the public, outing Ye's newest revelation. For many years, people have accused Kanye West of being bipolar, and he's even said so himself. But now he's shutting all those rumors down, claiming that he has signs of autism. Now, in the text message sent over to Elon Musk, Ye had this to say. Okay, come back to me real quick. First, let me just break down how Kanye texts, and this is why I can validate that these are Kanye West texts. Put it up. Kanye texts in paragraphs, but he only allows for there to be, you have to put spaces between each line. He will not read a text where there are multiple lines of text together. I used to text Kanye, and I would send him like this long outline of something, and he would say, can't read it like that. I would then have to go through and space every line. Can you imagine a 40-line text? Which, by the way, you're probably saying 40-line text is too much. Well, guess what? When you get to texting some shit, like when you guys sleep around on your baby moms and she catch you, them is 40-line texts. Okay, don't copy and paste a contract. You're going to be there all day. Space, space. Go ahead and put the text back up. Ye said, when are we going to speak? You owe me nothing. You never have to speak to me again. But if we do speak, the nature of the relationship has to change. I'm not bipolar. I have signs of autism from my car accident. You owe me nothing. Is this a rap? You never have to speak to me again. But if we do speak, let me read this as a rap, because this sounds like rap. When are we gonna speak? You owe me nothing. You never have to speak to me again. But if we do speak, the nature of the relationship has to change. I'm not bipolar. Oh, it's a run-on rap. I have signs of autism from my car accident. You owe me nothing. You never have to speak to me again. But if we do speak, the nature of the relationship has to change. I'm not bipolar. I have signs of autism from my car accident. You can't watch Kim keep my kids from me and not say anything publicly and then call yourself my friend so I can bring my audience to your struggling platform. I'm not reading that because the text is titled President Ye. Go ahead and show it again. Why I say President Ye? So that means that Elon Musk, who's a major troll, also has him listed as the president. And when he says president, he means president of the United States. Now I see at the top, he says, my word, all praise be Allah. And then, oh, that's what Elon said. And then anyway, Ye said, get this out to the public. And so Elon said, say less at 2:22 in the morning, and then posted it. Yeah, I hope that you're getting well. I don't know where you are in the world because, again, like I said, we haven't seen any rafts or boats going down any stream. But one thing I know for sure is that I don't see Kanye West getting elected as president. Although, would we not all want to see Kanye West debating Joe Biden and Donald Trump? That would be the best show ever, because I'm sure he would just walk up to Donald Trump and take the microphone and say, you know, you're great, but Biden's had the best 4 years of all time. Like you did, Taylor. Do you remember that? Oh, nobody in the room caught that joke. Move on. All right. Now, somebody we're all sick and tired of hearing from. Jada Pinkett Smith. I don't think that I've been more sick, other than Chrisean and Blueface, of any individuals in the world. And I'm going to make sure that Tupac does not fall victim to this reading. Jada Pinkett has lost more fans than hair this last week. Excuse me, Johnny, I do not need your deep sighing in the speakerphone. This is not an alopecia joke, but guess what? If she can tell his business, I can make fun of hers. This man is laying dead. He's been dead 20-something years, but they done resurrected and dug him out the ground so that way we can search his head to see if he had alopecia, because she can't keep her big mouth shut. Now, you used to be black excellence, but lady, ma'am, sir, this right here is a hot ass mess. And you know what? I'm probably never going to get the interview, so I'm just going to go ahead and tell you what my 3 books worth of opinion is, because I bought 3 of your books. So I have a right as a reader to say what I want to say. I read your book. Now I'm going to read you. Jada Pinkett, you were the epitome of Black excellence. You were the queen that sat on the throne, and I am not talking about Willie's Big Willie. I'm talking about the fact that you were Black excellence in a list of A-listers. You Vanity Fair Invitational, front row at the Oscars. You can go to the BET Awards, although you have no reason to because you've superseded Black fame. Like most of you do, you stopped going. You raised some beautiful children. The boy wears a skirt. The girl somewhere smoking cigarettes on the patio of Delilah, and the other boy, he ain't yours, so y'all don't really care. I like Sheree anyway. Sheree, that's my girl. So don't hold her accountable for what I'm about to say. Jada, you are messy, girl. We don't need a girls trip. We need a trip to the mental facility to get you evaluated for all this tea that you've been spilling. Now, it's one thing that you've been so tight-lipped over your life, the whole, I don't know, 20, 30, 40, 50 years you guys have been alive. But goddamn, last week, we've heard more skeletons in your closet than a whole Michael party store on Halloween. Now, we all know that you've been flooding our timelines more than Chrisean. Let me just let this set in. You have told us that you were a drug dealer. You've told us that Tupac had alopecia. You said Tupac would be best friends with Will Smith if he was still alive. You told us that Will Smith was not gay, but you did not say he wasn't bi. You said that you weren't gay, but you did not say that you weren't bi. And I dare you to say that. Because, baby, if you do, I have a right as a matter of a member of the public to question your truth. Now, we've heard that, we've heard it all. We have heard it all. You even disrespected your husband by asking why he called you his wife when he went up there and punched that man. Well, you are now dragging the lives of everybody around you into the press because now we're looking at everybody. Now, the book is called Worthy. Now, on top of revealing that she and Will have been separated for 7 years, she listed all those other things I told you. Along with all of what I just said, she told us about the separation that's been happening for the last 7 years. None of us knew that. We see you show up on red carpets together. That means you get out the car, you go take pictures, and then you go home like you did at Emancipation. Because I was right there behind you, and I wonder why you left before the chicken came out. You know, we all don't like to leave when the chicken come out, but you left. Maybe you got chicken. I was definitely going to do a plucking joke, but y'all already said the alopecia one. I'm going to leave it alone. Well, either way, you told us that you sold drugs as a teen. Then you said that Chris Rock tried to date you while you were married to Will Smith. Even received advice from your son about taking drugs, which stopped you from driving your car off a cliff because you was going to kill yourself. Now, I'm not making a joke about suicide, but at this point, you told us that you was driving around looking for cliffs to drive off and didn't because you got high with your son. And then, not to mention, you just have thrown Tupac's, may he rest in peace, you have thrown him under the bus. Now, people who know Tupac have reached out to me, and they are not happy with Miss Jada. And if you remember, when there was a Tupac movie, she was criticizing people telling Tupac's story. Now, here you are telling it. You even talking about sitting around with each other looking at the patches in your head because you guys both had alopecia. Not to mention, now, who wants to name their kid alopecia? Michael Blackson. He making jokes. Now alopecia's a joke. So everybody who's shedding hair all over the world is like struggling because you've made it a mockery. She also said that although she considered herself and Tupac's soulmates, that they didn't have enough chemistry to actually be boyfriend and girlfriend. Maybe she was allegedly dipping in the other pool. Anyway, here's a photo collage of Tupac, Jada, and Will. This is when she was happy with Tupac, and this is when she was happy with Will. So she didn't have early onset alopecia because she clearly had all her hair here. And these were the days that we loved you so much. And now, when you turn on social media and we see your face, we run. We run. We are terrified. Because every time we open up social media and see your face, this is what we hear. And this is what we want to hear. Nothing. Stop talking. Okay, well, if that wasn't enough, she went on our friend Jay Shetty's podcast and said that if Tupac would have survived the killing, if Tupac would have survived the killing, his murder, him and her husband, who she's been separated from, would be really good friends. Don't believe me? Just watch.
If Pac had survived Vegas, he and Will would have ended up being really good friends. You know, they would have had a lot to offer one another. And funny enough, Will was the only person, when I started dating him, Pac never said anything. If I dated anybody else, Pac had something to say. He didn't think anybody was good enough, which I understand, right? But when I started dating Will, he didn't say anything, which meant to me, in his own way, he approved.
Yeah, when he didn't say anything.
Right, he didn't say anything, which was like, okay, and not a word, which made me believe he approved.
Jada, tell your story, not his. Anyway, sources now told Entertainment Tonight that Jada and Will's kids allegedly feel bad for him as Jada continues to tell all their family business. Now, here's a photo of Will and his kids, Jaidyn, Willow, and Trey. That was the night of the slap. Look at Willow looking like you done drug us and all this bullshit. Now, sources are saying that the kids know that he's been going through a lot lately and that this isn't helping. They wish that some of their family's private matters just remain private. Now, that's what the source is saying. They also highlighted that Will's first son, Trey, feels the same way, adding that that he feels that way himself, that Will is just trying to keep busy throughout the chaos. Now, Will has been seen on social media. He posted this video of him laying down saying that he wasn't tripping. Look.
Fun fact about me. I can take a nap almost anywhere.
Now, I'm not going to get too much more into this mess because at the end of the day, they all have to live with each other. I mean, if I was laying next to somebody, well, they're not laying next to each other because they're separated. And now she's doing all this drama, causing all this drama, and still saying that she's not going to get a divorce. So why would I want to be married to somebody who was out using social media to sell a book that threw me under the bus? Will, you need to get your shit and get out because you in danger, girl. That's it. All right. The next topic that you all have been waiting for.
It was all a lie.
Oh, sorry. This one. Blueface and Jaidyn on the Jason Lee show. Okay, so yesterday I broke the internet as the Blueface and Jaidyn Alexis episode from the Jason Lee show, which was our season 2 premiere. Let me give myself a round of applause for that. Well, listen. During this bombshell interview, Blueface and Jaidyn talked about their relationship and the backlash from Blueface questioning their son's sexual orientation. And we even learned which celebrity Blueface allegedly got oral from him. Go watch it. If you missed it, never mind. I got it for you right here. Take a look. What did you think about his mom wanting to hook him up with Megan Thee Stallion?
What I think about it, it was a clout reach.
Yeah, I mean...
The clout reach went backwards. Like, it's cool.
I already been there and done that.
Been there and done what?
Exactly.
Next question.
You slept with Megan?
Jason, I didn't say that.
Look at me. Are you saying you slept with Megan Thee Stallion?
I didn't say that.
Did he sleep with Megan Thee Stallion?
I don't know, but it'll really give me an insight if he do. If he did, let me know something.
You said been there, done that.
It's all right.
Okay.
I might have got some head. A long time ago.
Stop.
Jaidyn, you know about that, don't you?
No, I don't. Why? Don't include me in that. You talking to him. Don't include me in that. Like,
a long time ago. Why are you looking like that?
For real?
Jason, I've been in the...
Why? Because I never gagged.
I've been in the game in a long time, Jason. Like, XXL freshman, like, 5 years ago. Like, BET Awards, like, I know, like, 5 years ago. I did all of the stuff already. I'm where I'm at doing what I want to do by choice.
You know, you're the reason why Coi Leray doesn't like me because I had you I mean, the whole internet was left in shambles. Now, before I even get further, let me say this. I didn't know he was going to say this. And I didn't know, but I felt it, that the world was going to erupt the way that it has. This has covered social media and the internet like probably no other story that I've covered. Well, maybe the Tristan Thompson and Jordan Woods one. Well, either way, the whole world was left in shambles. And I have to tell you that even though he tried to spite us by going over and doing the interview with Adam 22 and put out the same exact thing, baby, I worked my 1 and 2 and I worked that internet and we got all the credit for it. But either way, the whole internet was left shocked. However, Blueface, you know, he acted like he didn't care. Although he went and did 2 interviews about it. This is what he said. He said, y'all that infatuated with old news? Noted. Well, it wasn't old news. It was new news to us because none of us knew. Now, we knew that they did the cover of XXL. Here's the cover of the XXL that they were on together. Just in case we need to refresh your memory. And there's Meg and there's Blueface. Now, we knew that this was going to be a lot. So we had scheduled the Chrisean interview right after. And when Chrisean was here, we showed her that clip that we just showed you, knowing she wasn't going to be able to contain herself. And she went live to 5.1 million people talking about our interview. So it led to our interview being seen by over 500,000 people in less than 24 hours. Again, thank you for the marketing, Chrisean. And Adam 22 went and posted this on his Instagram. And this is what he said. He said, me, when Blueface told me Meg gave him top a few days after Tory shot her in the foot. Well, we don't know that that's a fact because he didn't tell us that, but we already knew that, Adam, and we put it out before you. But either way, congratulations on getting a non-exclusive exclusive. All right, well, look, and if you missed the live where Chrisean had something to say after she saw the clip here, this is what she said on social.
His baby mama should have popped the shit out of him in his mouth when he said he fucked such and such and such and such. Like, that interview he did with her with the Jason Lee show is kind of crazy. I watched a little bit of it. And I'm just, like, disappointed because I see why I was fighting and always in jail. Yo, really be disrespecting people just for comments and likes. And the viralness, that shit is disrespectful because it's like, damn, shorty really went back to you to prove that she fucked with you so heartily. And your bitch ass literally talking about how you fucked Megan Thee Stallion doing, you was that nigga back then. You still that nigga and nobody get enough credit. Why are you doing that in her interview with you? You was supposed to handle that right, my nigga. You guys believing you doing it right. You look good. You eating good. Y'all not eating good. Looking good. Y'all already showed this video. All right. Matter of fact, I'm going to let Jason Lee drop what I got in my phone because I have a lot of receipts. I got the bitch crying, Blue running in the background. Y'all really want to go? I try to not indulge. And it's crazy because I didn't want to diss Blue. Y'all know I don't want to diss Blue, bro. Like, on God, I didn't want to diss Blue. But I'm telling you, they was name dropping and she just doing this, looking at her watch. I'm like, Jason Lee, that's crazy, yo. That's sad. That's sad, yo. So you about to use her as a pawn, just like how you did me. She don't get no money, just like how you did me. I think we should do a show, Survival of Blueface. I survived that nigga, on God, yo.
Well, you're going to have to wait to hear what else she said in our interview because I got that interview coming out in a couple weeks. Well, along with Chrisean, who, by the way, Chrisean, you did seem bothered because if you didn't care, why were you commenting on it? But either way, it was great promo, so we appreciate that. Well, on top of that, Karlissa, Blueface's mother, also had a lot to say, and this is what she said.
Because I did want him to have someone that looked like me. Now, what about all them black girl jokes that she be making, them dark-skinned girl jokes? I just act like I don't hear you, but because I just look at you because you look like your mama and his grandmama, okay? And it didn't never bother me because I already knew what you was going to look like in about 5 years, and you're right on fucking schedule, okay? So don't bring my name up unless you want to go to work, okay? Because we could talk about a whole bunch of shit that drove me fucking crazy, like your drunk ass mammy, you and your drunk ass mammy sitting at the table whining about some dick all day when I'm trying to run a fucking business. Okay? So don't start with me unless you want to tell the truth. You moved out because your band was over there with a black girl and you couldn't do shit about it. You took my daughter up over there and got her into the fight with the girl. The girl lost her tooth. All that it was your Don't stop fucking playing with me. Now, today is going to be the last day. I don't want you bringing up my name no more. It's okay when Rock bring it up because we have culture. We can go back and forth like this. You motherfucker don't bring my name up no more. And I mean that. I don't give a fuck if y'all get married, if y'all go down the road and don't never come back. Don't bring my name up no more. I don't fuck with you. I do not fuck with you. I don't fuck with no drunk bitch who get online and try to lie on me. When Rock told her, she told the fucking truth. This what his mama said, this what his mama did. She didn't approve of me. We got into it. That's what it was. You snake a whole nother trick. Use a snake. He gonna figure your out too. Just like when you and Jiggy tried to get together and run game on my son and I broke that shit up real quick. I tried to tell you, but you don't want to listen. But it's cool though. You going down the road with the maid, okay? Don't call me a I don't want to hear about don't bring up my name and you ain't okay? The interview was whack and fucking boring and it was fucking ridiculous. It was all fucking lies. Motherfucker would just take and punch my son in the face just like Rock. Just punch him in the face right at the fucking restaurant. Don't fucking try that. You liars. Okay, so stop lying. Tell the truth. I had enough. Could have got on there and just like you was trying not to bring up Rock's name, that's what that dumb motherfucker should have said about my name. He should have said, don't bring my mama name up. She had enough already when I just got done getting ran over by the Power Ranger. Out here looking like she 45 years old. That's why the she ain't take them glasses off. Needed a filter on Jason Lee. How about that? You need a filter on your too. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at yourself. I ain't did nothing to you. That was between you and John. You over here holding on to my hand, praying with me one day, and then the next week is gonna share her show. Girl, you is something else. You something else. You've been something else. Your mama need to disown you too, because I know she don't like the way you treat her neither. I know she don't. Big wide body, back, fit. Girl, you better leave me alone. I had enough.
It's just entirely too much for me. This whole family, they need to do a show called Family Feud. And instead of having Steve Harvey there with them oversized suits, they need to just have her and him and them. We also dropped the clip of Blueface recalling the time that Jaidyn walked in on him and Chrisean messing around. Look.
He actually walked in on me.
Having sex with Chrisean?
They on the bed, and he just looked like a goofball. And I'm just like, what's good?
Wait, y'all got in a fight?
Dick hard, Jason. I'm like, hold on. You feel me? I can't even protect myself. Her mama was there.
And you're naked in front of mom?
So she might have seen some booty hole and everything on the way in.
The one thing I will say is regardless of how you feel about them, both of them are really entertaining. Both Jaidyn and Chrisean. I'm not talking about Blueface. We already know Blueface is entertaining. But you have to go and watch the show because I didn't just hint out all the messy moments. I actually asked, was he pimping her or was he her manager? Was he her lover? Did he love her? I personally think that Blueface loved Chrisean. And I think that Chrisean doesn't know how to love, but she's trying to figure it out. And they both got in a situation where they're making lots of money and dominating social media. But now that it appears to be over for now, it looks like Blueface is now trying to build up Jaidyn, who he should have built up first because she was the baby mom that was there since 11. He took her virginity. And some are saying that he took her dignity too in these interviews. But no shade, the Barbie song is hot. I'm not going to rap it because it's gay if I rap it. Yo, Blueface is mad at y'all saying that he's zesty for writing a rap or singing a rap. He even said this in our green room. Take a look.
I'm a bad little bitch and I'm snipped like a Barbie. Hips, lips, ass. Come on, okay. I really think I wrote that. I'm a hoe. Oh, he would kill you. Really think I wrote that? Dead homies. That's disrespectful, kid. Jaidyn, tell him you wrote that shit. Huh? Tell him you wrote that shit.
That's my shit.
Okay. Alright. I got a nigga. So y'all calling niggas zesty, kid? That's what y'all saying? Dead homie school up quick. The nigga that just the nigga that do all the issues, y'all calling me zesty, cuz? So if I wrote them lyrics, could I make me zesty, cuz? Jaidyn, tell him you wrote that shit, cuz they trying to call me zesty, cuz. I ain't never been zesty, cuz. I was school crap. I ain't write that shit.
I don't think you're zesty. I think you're just Blueface. Either way, I want to know what you guys think. Leave comments below and go over there and watch the show if you haven't. Share. Let's get to 1 million views. And Chrisean is coming up. Now, next week, we got Bobby. And then after that, Chrisean, we have so many other episodes coming. But look, before we get to the end of this show, I can't do that without giving you my thoughts and prayers. All right, one thing the Bible and our grandmothers have all taught us is that the truth shall set you free. But in this digital age that we live in, where everyone fakes the funk on social media, sometimes the truth is just too much to handle. And we want to just keep the fairy tales alive, like Will and Jada. Now, they were revered as our favorite Black Hollywood couple for years as marriage goals, only to find out that they were separated goals for 7 years, smashing other people, her kid's friend, August Alsina with the whole entanglement, and refusing to get a divorce as Jada continues to promote the hell out of this memoir. That's one message in a bottle that we all wish never uncorked. Now, Jada is all too much. But if you got some more secrets, come over to the Jason Lee Show. Now, joining Jada on a hit piece tour is Britney Spears, who is now freeing a 20-year-old secret about Justin Timberlake cheating on her and telling her to abort their baby. Now, I don't think that anyone saw that one coming, but I'm sending another invite because, Britney, you're more than welcome to come on the Jason Lee Show and have the conversation on the red table. Didn't even mean to push that button. Now, someone who we're giving a side eye to, though, is Young Jock. Now, we all understand that all money ain't good money, but turning down money to perform at a pride event because you believe that men are going to hit on you when you ain't that cute is wild. Especially considering you're from Atlanta and frequently perform there. In Atlanta, where the gays is at. Now, Jock's statement is just as wild as Jay not realizing someone can have multiple mental health disorders. Now, mental illnesses are really, really serious, and I'm an advocate for seeking therapy. I mean, I'm in it. Also, get your meditation on or whatever. So we're going to wish him the best on his journey, just as we're doing with Blueface and Jaidyn, Alexis, Chris Rock, Chris Brown, Chrisean Rock, and the partridge in a pear tree. Everybody else that's entangled in that love triangle or them love triangles. We want you all to be well. Now, they've taken a page out of Jada's book and kept giving us all the tea that we never knew about. And we've got more cups ready for more tea if they got it. But until then, we've got Chrisean Rock coming out after Bobby Lights, and then more after that and more after that until we burn the internet all the way down. That's it for this show. Make sure you're following me on all social media. I'm at Hollywood Unlocked, at The Only Jason Lee, and at Jason Lee Show. Plus, you can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. You can even follow us on Pornhub. Somebody over there is masturbating this tea, allegedly. But until then, we're out. Bye.
The Jason Lee Podcast.